Good afternoon. My name is Wade and I'm going to show you how to make an infographic really quickly, really easily using Google Drive and Google Presentations. So the first thing you do is you go to Drive. We have it here on our website, but I'm not sure how you're going to do it from wherever you are. If you're a student at my university, just click here on Documentos. And here we are in Google Drive. Come over here to the New button, and we're looking for Google Slides. So you click on Google Slides, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to close this. We're going to make our own themes. So, well, I guess you could use those if you wanted to, but we're going to use our own. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to give it a title. I'm going to call this my daily routine. And this is an infographic assignment that I'm giving for my students. So we have that. Click enter to save it. And then, actually it saves by itself, but to save the title. Then click on File. Let's see, where is it? We scroll down to Page Setup. Click on it. Then we have some options here: widescreen, widescreen 16:10, standard, and custom. We want custom. Now, this slide is 10 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall. We can change this to centimeters if you'd like. Remember, this is width and this is height. What I'd like to do is make this even longer or taller, because that's how infographics look, right? They're generally taller than they are wide. So what I'll do is let's make this 50 centimeters wide or tall and 25 high. On second thought, let's make this 20. How about that? All right, and then we're going to click apply. Now look how long it is over here, and we can zoom in, of course, and make this fit a little better so we can actually work with it. Maybe that's too much. We'll put it back at 50, and then we can start adding things. Now, for my students and for everyone else, I think it's important to have your material ready as much as possible. So you aren't spending a lot of time looking for things. We're going to be using pictures and that we have on our phone or available to us, and then we're going to create a daily routine. So first thing I'm going to do is add I guess a title. I'm going to add a text box. On second thought, let's stop there, and then why don't we just add a background color first. We'll go to background color. You'll see there's a big, you can use the theme, I guess. I like to be positive, so I'm going to go with green, and then done. There we go, nice green background. And then I'm going to add my text box. Yep. And then I'm going to type in my daily routine. Or my daily routine. Even though I'm only talking about one day, I can change this later. And then I don't like that text, so I'm going to change it to something different. Syncopate, maybe, and I'll make the height or the size bigger, and maybe bold. Maybe I'll change the color a bit. That's a highlight color, sorry. Let's change the color here. We'll change it to a darker green. How about that? That looks pretty good. My daily routine. And if you're one of my students, don't forget your name. We could also use a possessive here and call it Wade Alley's daily routine, but this will do for now. and I want to make it look nice, so I'll make this a bit smaller, and we'll call it 24, and we'll center it. Where do we find that center? We'll center it here. There you go. My daily routine. Now, like most people, my daily routine starts by getting up early. So I'm going to have to get my photos. You can also look for your photos on Drive or the gallery. You can go to a link, or if you've got a camera, you can go directly there. But I put mine all in a folder, and we'll just start here. 5:30 a.m. And I can make this small, and I can put in another text box. We'll put it right here. And we type, I get up every morning at 5:30. I do, I can't believe it. Am I really this old? Anyway, that's for another topic. Anyway, what I do is I can match the type I have here, or I can change it to something else. I can format the text box and put in a color behind it. I can highlight this. I can do all sorts of neat things. It's just like working with PowerPoint. You can't do the animations the same way, but everything else in here is the same as PowerPoint. Okay, I just changed the typeface there, and I'll make this a different color maybe. We'll make it bright red, because red's good. Oof, 5:30. And then I add the next part. Say I want to, we'll put in another picture. The next thing I do is I usually get up and I go running. I believe it or not, I know I don't look it, but I do. Now, some of the pictures that maybe you would like to have, show up are going to be difficult to get. For example, I'm not going to ask my wife to go running with me so she can just get a picture of me running in the park. So what I do is I'll go to a place called Pixabay, and I'll include the link here. And it's Pix, P-I-X-A-B-A-Y, and I'll put the link here in the video somewhere. And then I can overlap these pictures, make it look a little like a collage, very, very artistic. Then I go run. I get up every morning at 5:30. Then I go running. Hard to believe. Then I go running in the park. There's a park near my university, and that's where I go. And it's also close to my house. Again, I can change the type. I think it's better sometimes to have it all look the same. It just, sometimes kids get a little, or students get a little exuberant with their typefaces, their fonts. I would prefer they didn't. I like it, everything look tasteful, but I understand if they might want to do differently. And I'll change this color to, we'll make this bright yellow. Then I go, ooh, not very good, is it? Let's change it to bright green. How about that? Then I go run. Ooh, even harder to see. Yeah, you need to be careful with the colors so you can see what you're doing. We'll make it purple. How about that? Then I go running in the park. I come home and I get a shower. I don't want to include a shower picture of myself, so you can go to Pixabay, and I'll put the link right here. www.pixabay.com, and if we go there, we can, and this is the site, Pixabay. I'll type in shower and see what comes up. Oh, the top images are the stock images that cost money. Down here you can find other more interesting photos. I'll go with something benign like this one, and you can free download. Sometimes I ask for a tip, but generally all these are in the public domain, and you can download whatever you need. So download. There you go, and it just downloaded. So I can put in a picture here, and because it's in the public domain, you don't really have to give it any credit. It might be a good idea if you want your students to be responsible students, to have them say where they got their images, even if it came from Pixabay. So there we go. I shower. I take a shower. And we could do the same thing with a breakfast picture if we wanted. I take a shower, not I take shower. We are not Russians here. I take a shower. Get dressed. Eat. And get dressed and then eat. I brush my teeth. Then I go to work. Or actually I walk to work. So, I'm going to cover the whole day, but probably not during this video. But I think you've seen enough to get an idea of how it could work out for you. There are a lot of things you can do with infographics. You can also you could probably insert video into one of these if you wanted. I can do that. We'll give that a try. YouTube, I've got my own channel. So we can go YouTube, and I go to my channel and say I want to talk about my band practice last night. So I can go to my channel, and I just put in this link. This is a 360 video I made. And I grab the link. I think I'm going to stop this. We're not that great. And then I'll just type that in and find it. There it is. And I click on it and select, and I can put it right there. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, a lot of really neat things. I hope you'll consider using it. Now, you can't use this as a presentation. You could show this in your classroom if you wanted. But I click on share. And what I do, and I want my students to do this because we can't have these big files on our Moodle system. So what I tell them to do is get a shareable link. Anyone at UPE, Universidad Panamericana with link can view. If I want the whole world to see it, I could just, click public on the web. Anyone can see it. For now, because my students are so worried about privacy, although I think it's a little overdone, they can put it just for Panamericana students. So what they do is they copy this link. It's a shareable link, and they copy. And then they go to the Moodle assignment where it is. And then I'll switch my role to, I guess I can't do that yet. Oh, here we go. I'll switch my role to a student, and then you can see how it looks for them. They have an assignment they've got to go look at, stories, your daily routine infographic. So what they do is once they get to the assignment, here it is, it's in stories, and your daily routine infographic. they click on that link and click here, Add Submission. And because they can't upload the file, they just Command V or paste the link they just got, right? They can do it that way. Or if they want, they can just add it right in and it'll create the link. Open a new window and there you go. They save their changes. And then I get it and I grade it. It's very simple. So that's how you do an infographic. You can use these for just about anything. They're wonderful. And thankfully Google Docs and Drive and Slides are all free. So thank you again for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.